EA has been acquired for $55 billion, YGG buys back another $1 million in tokens, and Parallel vs Illuvium, who do you think wins? We're talking about all that and more in today's Gaming Daily News, presented by B3, the official gaming chain of Gaming Daily. The biggest private buyout in gaming history just went down. EA has been officially acquired for $55 billion and will go private by Q1 of 2027. It's being led by Saudi Arabia's public investment fund, Jared Kushner's affinity partners, and private equity firm Silver Lake. Shareholders will receive $210 a share, which is a 25% premium over last week's price, and EA says the fresh capital, experience, and networks from its new owners will help them move faster and unlock new opportunities worldwide. However, the acquisition is raising a bit of controversy due to Saudi Arabia's human rights record and their history. Critics are arguing this move could be a form of sports washing or culture washing, using gaming to rehabilitate Saudi Arabia's image while spreading authoritarian values. It's a bit of a heavier debate, but I'd love to hear your opinion on this in the comments. Next up, over 260,000 attendees showed up for the 2025 Tokyo Game Show event this past weekend, and the very first PC gaming show, Tokyo Direct, was live streamed yesterday from the showroom floor. It featured over 30 games, exclusive trailers, world premieres, and dev interviews from publishers like Sega and Ubisoft. Some highlights included the world premiere of Endream's VR title Reach, coming October 16th, plus updates for Huntsman, Killing Floor 3, Mars Tactics, and more. You can catch the full stream on PC Gamer's YouTube, and I highly recommend checking it out. While gamers packed out the Tokyo Game Show, the crypto crowd is heading to Singapore Token 2049 as it is officially sold out, with 25,000 attendees set to converge this week starting Wednesday for what's billed as the world's largest crypto event. We're already seeing side events from MetaMask, Azuki, and more, and just like Korea Blockchain Week, all eyes in Web3 are now on Singapore, so you can expect a flood of announcements this week. One announcement you don't have to wait for: Yield Guild Games just finished its third YGG token buyback, this time worth $1 million. That brings their total buybacks to $2.5 million, removing over 12 million tokens from circulation, which is more than 2% of the supply. The move reflects YGG's broader strategy to strengthen its ecosystem as YGG Play and Lowland continue to grow. Shout out to the official guild of Gaming Daily. Speaking of YGG, they're teaming up with Parallel for a $100,000 YGG Parallel Showdown. The qualifiers will kick off this Thursday, October 4th, with 64 players battling online to determine the 16 finalists who will head to Manila to compete in the finals live at YGG Play Summit in November. The signups are live, and there's a link in YGG Esports' pinned post. And the Parallel news doesn't stop there. Over the weekend, Parallel hosted the Prime League Minor 6, where Zarathustra, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, swept JobSad 3-0 to secure the title and join I'm Cute and Manos as the final guaranteed spot for the Major 2. 128 top Parallel players will fight for the remaining 13 spots in the Major 2 tournament, kicking off October 11th with a $75,000 prize pool, so be sure to mark your calendars. And to cap it off, Parallel's Deception expansion is going live tomorrow, along with our big community launch party. We're going live around 6 p.m. EST. Fino will be streaming live on Twitch. I'll be live on X and YouTube, with special guests like Koji, Fitch, Ali, Sam, Dub, AI Rev, and some of the YGG esports guys. We'll be ripping packs, talking about the expansion, and giving away Prime, Deception packs, and a Parallel Avatar NFT, so I hope to see you there. Speaking of tournaments, Illuvium wrapped up its IPL 500 Grand Finals over the weekend, which is part of their $250,000 Pro League running through December. Web3 Gaming TV took the crown in $1,500, with Zico Perico, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, and Narkesh rounding out the podium. These IPL tournaments all feed into a 64-player main event in December with $150,000 on the line. And next up is the IPL 1000, a 64-player invite-only tournament with a $20,000 prize pool kicking off Friday, October 3rd, so keep an eye out for that one. And a quick fun side note, I saw Scoriox put up a poll for the top crypto strategy game where Parallel edged out Illuvium 56% to 44% across 444 votes. They're going to face off against the winner of Star Atlas or Wild World in the next vote. Moving on, Football.Fun just passed some big milestones a month after launching on base, over 13,000 paying players, 40,000 packs opened, nearly 500,000 transactions, and over $53 million in volume. Not bad for the first month. They also published a new thread on how their tournament scoring works, so if you're interested in that, be sure to check it out. And last up, Beanie, a notable crypto Twitter influencer, weighed in on Web3 gaming this weekend and said a Web3 gaming renaissance is coming. He believes there is nothing more socially engaging than a good game where people can make money, and calls it the holy grail of not only crypto, but the actual economy. It's a big claim, but I like the energy, and he has grounds to make the claim, having analyzed and invested into many games at GM Capital, making millions but also round-tripping huge sums. Through all of this, one of the biggest lessons he's learned is to bet on nerds, not salesmen, he says. A functional gaming flywheel requires mathematical genius level planning, understanding, and execution, and you can't fix bad tokenomics, so the economy must be carefully designed from day one. He says you always have to remain cautious and encourages people to be skeptical and to challenge teams and founders, which is always good advice. Today's episode is brought to you by B3, the official gaming chain of Gaming Daily. They're hosting the very first DAT Summit this week at Token 2049 in Singapore, and it's an invite-only forum with just 60 seats, bringing together leaders from Animoca, Republic, Sharplink, Hashkey, and more to talk about digital asset treasuries, public listings, and the future of token bundles. So if you're at Token 2049, you don't want to miss it. And on the gaming side, B3 is calling all builders for Season 1 of Hype Duel on base, providing everything you need to get users, start building, and profit. Again, there's limited spots available, so check out B3's post for a link to apply today. And that's going to do it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, especially if you made it this far. Happy Monday. We're off to a brand new week, and I hope it's going to be a good one. We'll be back tomorrow with a brand new Gaming Daily, so until then, stay humble, keep gaming, keep dreaming, and I'll see you then. Peace!